Tonight on DC News Now, at least 7 people hurt in a major fire at a Virginia scrapyard.
So you couldn't even breathe outside. It smelled like plastic.
The impact the fire is having on the neighborhood.
The government shutdown heads into week 3 tomorrow. It sends air traffic controllers to deliver an important message to travelers.
I think any time that you have to go without a paycheck, there's a certain level of stress that comes with that.
What their stress is doing to people preparing to fly.
We're tracking that breeze sticking around through the overnight tonight, but slightly warmer temperatures out there for tomorrow, but I have more details coming up.
Parents and students sidelined and frustrated.
So I'm really in shock, trying to really figure out what's going on.
I think it's a great loss for the kids, and I hope that they work everything out.
Why this undefeated Maryland high school football team is forced to forfeit its wins.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. We are following that developing news out of Virginia, where a massive scrapyard fire hurt several people, including a firefighter in Lorton, and the toxic fumes forcing families to shelter in place.
Crews also had to shut down a stretch of the busy Richmond Highway for hours. That's where we find DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live tonight. And Ben, firefighters still working to secure that area.
That's right. People can now safely leave their homes and breathe in the crisp fall evening air after this massive fire broke out this afternoon at the scrapyard that we are right in front of. The Davis Industries. A shelter in place was lifted at 7:30. Crews left here around half an hour ago. They took those 7 people to the hospital. As you mentioned, one of them fighting for their life. And that smoke could be seen for quite a distance. The smell also picked up by noses near and far. Officials said that they're still trying to figure out exactly what started the fire, but they know it involved burned plastics and tires. First responders say they rescued a man from a crane 40 feet off of the ground. He is in the hospital with critical injuries. 4 other people were hurt, as well as a firefighter. They suffered minor injuries. No word on the condition of the 7th person. Now, one neighbor told our team that the smoke was brown, gray, thick, it looked like fog, and the smell left him with a headache for 3 hours.
So you couldn't even breathe outside. It smelled like plastic, maybe, I don't know, like a metal smell almost, like a burning metal smell. If you ever had like a radiator that got overheated, it was like that.
Route 1 is reopened, and it did so roughly an hour ago between Mason Neck West Park and Gunston Cove Road here in Lorton. A fire official said that anybody who might have breathed in that smoke directly at the plant or nearby, monitor your symptoms, and if they are severe, call 911. In Lorton, Virginia, Ben Dennis, back to you.
Well, the Senate has failed to reopen the government for the 8th time. We now head into week 3 of the shutdown tomorrow.
The 2 parties remain at this stalemate. They made no movement to get the 60 votes needed to pass that short-term budget bill. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says that there's nothing to negotiate right now, and there won't be any talks on funding the Affordable Care Act tax credits until they've first reopened the government. The White House indicating even more layoffs are ahead for federal workers. Now, the impasse is sending some air traffic controllers and union leaders to hand out flyers to passengers at airports all across the country, including over at Reagan National and Chicago O'Hare. They want to make sure that travelers understand the challenges facing them.
Worried about paying the mortgage, they're worried about paying car payments, paying for daycare is a huge one, right? So again, I think those things are starting to hit home with them.
Add to that all the stress. It is how critically understaffed they are. Short 3,200 air traffic controllers ahead in our next half hour. We're going to hear more from travelers about their safety concerns as the shutdown drags on.
However, Democrats in Congress refuse to fund the federal government. And because of this, many of our operations are impacted, and most of our TSA employees are working without pay.
This video of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem being played at some airports across the U.S. It places blame on the Democratic Party for any delays and travel frustrations flyers may have. But more than a dozen airports have refused to air the video, saying it violates the Hatch Act. That includes major airports in Atlanta, Las Vegas, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, and Charlotte, as well as LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark airports in the New York area. We have reached out to Reagan, Dulles, and BWI to ask if they are airing the video. BWI says the video is being reviewed and is not being played at this time. The Airport Authority for Dulles and Reagan referred us to the TSA.
Now we have continuing coverage of the government shutdown on air and online, including the resources available for federal workers. And you can find those details on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
All right, let's get a first check on the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer. And Jackie, kind of breezy out there tonight.
Yeah, still breezy.
Yeah.
Thankfully, not quite as strong as the last couple of days, but it's still noticeable, especially when you have those temperatures dropping under some mainly clear skies out there right now. So let's talk about that wind right now, mainly out of the north-northwest. But like I mentioned, not quite as strong as before. We still have some sustained winds, anywhere between 5 to 15 miles per hour. Some of those gusts, those are running in excess of 20 to 25 miles per hour, mainly across southern Maryland, right along the coast there, but farther inland, those gusts not quite as apparent as areas farther to the east. Those temperatures are dropping, especially along and west of the I-81 corridor. We're already into those 50s. Closer towards the district, we're still holding right around those lower 60s, but eventually we'll see those overnight lows tonight, falling back into those low to mid 50s for much of the area, seeing some of those upper 40s farther out towards the west, like western Maryland, parts of the eastern panhandle. But as we're looking ahead towards tomorrow, for your Wednesday likely the warmest day out of the work week. We're talking about high temperatures, lower 70s, still a bit breezy at times. We'll see that sunrise at 7:17 in the morning. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds overall. So a nice day out there Wednesday. We are going to be trending cooler though for Thursday and Friday, although we're tracking ample amounts of sunshine. That's because a cold front will swing through later in the day tomorrow. Go over all those details and just how cold will it get. That answer coming up.
Jackie, thank you. Now to a scandal for an undefeated football team in Maryland forcing the Prince George's County School to forfeit all games that an ineligible player was part of.
The Flowers High School head coach also is suspended. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live in Springdale.
And Daniel, how are parents reacting to this news?
Well, parents are shocked, but more so concerned for those student athletes who have put in so much effort this year and don't have anything to do with the issue at hand. It's not the first time this has happened under this head coach. The Flower High School Jaguars are a powerhouse team, currently undefeated with 6 games under their belt. But that record is no more because Prince George's County Public Schools says an investigation found an ineligible freshman played in varsity games.
I know how dedicated these children are, and it's a great loss. And we have a dynamite football team.
Every game that freshman played in is being forfeited in accordance with district and state athletic regulations. Head coach Damian Powell now suspended.
It's part of the rules, and the coach was aware of the rules and the policies, then there's repercussions for violating those rules and sets an example as well. So I think the right thing was done.
It's not the first time this has happened under Powell's leadership. In November 2023, the Jaguars were disqualified from state playoffs because they had an ineligible player in his 5th year on the team.
If you gotta go, he gotta go, and if you don't, he don't. Just do the best you can, and the boys, they'll be okay.
The district saying in a statement, "We recognize the disappointment this situation brings to players, families, and the school community. However, PGCPS will continue to uphold accountability and enforce clear expectations to ensure full compliance across all athletic programs."
Hopefully the NFL will pick him up, okay? Because there's a future.
And here at the high school again, the coach, this was his 10th year being the head coach. We reached out for comment, and he has not responded back to us. We're live in Springdale. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, a lot of frustration there. Thank you. New tonight in the district, we're learning more about a man who was shot and killed in Southeast this weekend. Investigators have identified the victim as Simon Gadichu, and they say that the 30-year-old was shot multiple times Sunday night on 9th Street there in the Washington Highlands neighborhood. They still do not have a suspect, and they're urging anyone with information to give them a call.
In Virginia, Reston police are searching for 3 people they say broke into a store and stole vapes and other items. They smashed the glass at the Kyle Mart and go behind the counter, then steal things off the shelves. This happened at Washington Plaza Sunday night. Police say one of the suspects cut their arm or hand while breaking in. If you know anything about this, Reston police want to hear from you.
A Toys for Tot program in Maryland is in trouble again. The Montgomery County organization needs a miracle to ensure that they can deliver joy to kids in the community. The warehouse over in Gaithersburg used for last year's toy drive has since been rented. And while organizers search for a new space, it's delaying this year's collection that officially already started back on the 1st. Toys for Tots brought gifts for a record 43,000 children in Montgomery County a year ago, and because of the layoffs and shutdown, organizers expect that number to double.
If I don't find a spot, there won't be any giveaways to these children this year because there won't be any spot to hold them.
The hope is to get presents out to families between December 4th through the 17th, but again, they do need a warehouse space to gather all the toys before that can happen.
All new tonight in D.C., the mayor's office hosting this art exhibit for returning citizens. It's called The Perfect Brush. It spotlights artwork of D.C. neighbors who have transformed their lives following incarceration. You can check out the exhibit through Thursday at the Pepco Edison Place Gallery.